Hello and welcome to the under 105 kilograms strongman world championships. We're in Volgograd in Ukraine, just 15 kilometers north of the capital city, Kiev. We have 13 strongmen, all under 105 kilos from around the world, 6 disciplines. And these are the men. Sean DeMarinis from the USA, California's strongest man. Johnny Wyzysko from New Jersey, number 3 in the USA. Marcin Sedwiski, number 1 in Poland, just 23 years old. Topi Freifeld, a sheet metal worker from Finland. Oliver Erdmann, his retirement contest, the German champion. Alexander Krivchenkov, number 3 in the world last year. Valery Gazayev, a world powerlifting champion. Dalius Zamanskas from Lithuania, a former wrestler, very tall, 1.90 m. Vidar Vaikor of Norway, the world champion at under 105. Ben Kelsey, the UK champion, one of the favorites for today. Alan Variku of Estonia, a former powerlifter and weightlifter. Mikhailo Hodjakov, only 18 years old, a rising star from Ukraine. Laszlo Biro, 19 years old, the Hungarian champion. So there's our 13 men. This is what they're up against. First, the super yoke, 370 kilos, 20 meters, 60 seconds. Laszlo Biro of Hungary up first. 370 kilos will be on his back. He has to carry it down the 20-meter course. Sadly for him, those wheels are jammed. It's just to make it easier for the helpers to roll it back when they unpin them. Quite a short, stout athlete, the Hungarian, 1.68 m, just shy of 105 kilos, weighed in easily for the contest. Now, some 1,500 people have packed into this makeshift arena here. Big power boats contest is going on just next to this on a lake. And he's over halfway now, putting in a good effort here, and it shows just how difficult it is. The order of the athletes was drawn out of a hat. Biro being forced to go on his own first as we have an uneven number. He's finished it. It's around about 40 seconds. 39.23 for the Hungarian. Yeah. Next up, it's the world champion returning. He won it in Norway. Vidar Vaikor up against Johnny Wyzysko of the USA, 37 years old now, known worldwide because of Big Dog Strong, one of his companies, and he produces strongman equipment for. And come here at 37 years old, finished 3rd in America's Strongest Man. He's been beaten by the Norwegian at the moment, who goes down, the American ahead in the black. They've both chosen quite a high pickup. They haven't got much clearance off the ground, in other words. Wyzysko getting close to the 20-meter mark and over it quicker than the Hungarian, that's for sure. 24.93. Solid time from Wyzysko. And the returning world champion struggling a little bit. I should have said his parents Ukrainian. He was looking forward to coming here and competing in Ukraine. Doing a little bit of Ukrainian dancing there for the crowd. 47.87 for the Norwegian. Marcin Sedwiski of Poland. Heard many good things about this young man. Comes through the Harlem Federation. Dalius Zamanskas from Lithuania, 33 years old. Unbelievably ripped. 1.90 m at 105 kilos. Former wrestler. Well, it's the Pole in the white who's in the lead. He's charging towards the finish line. He's over halfway. Beating the Lithuanian here. Just goes down shy of the line and over. Does it beat 24 seconds? Easily is the answer. Zamanskas 16.69. The Pole 14.49. Goodness me. Oh, the temperature here around about 35 degrees. Tough for a man who's just flown down from Finland. Topi Freifeld against Valery Gisayev of Ukraine, former world powerlifting champion. So the former powerlifter on the left there. It's a slow start from both of these guys. Freifeld, the Finnish 105 kilo champion, came through the Strongman Champions League. This is the Giants Live 105 kilo World Championships. It's actually a joint effort. Athletes were picked together. Giants Live running it on the day. The two world tours coming together for the first time ever to make this World Championships happen. The Ukrainian charging now, well, hardly charging, staggering, I should say, towards the line. 60 seconds is the time limit. He gets it over. Time there. Just over 40 seconds. Topi Freifeld still with a little time. No, whistle goes. 12 meters 76. Now the Finn will be a little disappointed with that. Everyone wants to get away to a flying start, quite literally. Son Marinas to the USA up against Mikhailo Hodjikov from Ukraine. The youngster, just 18 years old on the far side. Son Marinas on the near side, California's strongest man. Very experienced, exceptionally strong in static movements. Going ahead here, hunting down the time of Sedvisky, 14:49. It's not going to be far off it. The Ukrainian, 1998, Hodjikov. Amazing, he's just 18 years old, phenomenal. 14:91, well, he's half a second slower than the Pole. Well, there'll be a lot of British interest in Ben Kelsey, the fireman from Oxford. Britain's strongest man under 105 kilos. He goes against Ollie Erdmann of Germany in his retirement contest here. They get underway. Oh my goodness me, Kelsey, quicker than the cameraman can move. Look at this, this is unbelievable. 14:49 to beat, he destroys it. Magnificent from Kelsey. Just over 10 seconds. Well, he's competing with the heavyweights in Britain. He's ranked 6th there, and you can see why. He's ripped down to 105 kilos. Well, all eyes on Erdmann now. This crowd egging on the German. Big moment for him competing in the World Champs. He's made it. He said that would be it, my final contest. Well, 13.6 meters. It's not amazing, but it is ahead of Freifeld of Finland. Krychenkov of Ukraine, again just 21 years old, against Alan Variku of Estonia. Estonians, many good athletes coming through now. The Ukrainian crowd getting behind this man. One of the big favorites for today. Going well is Krychenkov. Goodness me, he's over the line. Kelsey's time, 10:64, 13:46 for Krychenkov. He goes into second place, and this is the last pair, so he will be second overall. As for the Estonian, his time, 30.16. That's behind Vyzisko of the USA, ahead of Biro. It'll slot him into 6th position, 8th position even, I tell a lie. It'll get him 6 points. So Ben Kelsey is the leader. The Oxford fireman from Great Britain, ahead of Krychenkov of Ukraine, Sedvisky of Poland in 3rd. Welcome back to the under 105 kilograms strongman world championships. We are in Ukraine, Vyshgorod, just north of Kiev. This is event 2. It's the Circus dumbbell. 85 kilos, this monster. As many repetitions as possible in 60 seconds. Topi Freifeld, the man who came out first, managed just 1 rep, and it showed you how tough it was. The Finnish champion struggled then for the remaining 50 seconds. Vyzisko Another brilliant presser, just 1 rep for him. That was a big surprise. So Ollie Erdmann now taking on Vidar Vikor, the German champion, against the reigning under 105 kilo world champion. So the Norwegian on the far side, here he is with the Mohican. Well, the Americans anyway were saying that last year's championship was lacking in some of the top talent. They felt it was a hollow championship. So Erdmann walks away, 0 reps. Well, certainly this year's championship has everyone at it. If Vikor wins it this year again, he can definitely say he's beaten the best in the world. Some solid lifting here. Up to the shoulders again. You have to lock the elbow out. Momentary pause, facing the referee. "60 seconds. Uses the legs. No, doesn't get that 6th rep. 5 reps it is there for Vikor of Norway. Well, one man who didn't struggle to make the weight was Biro of Hungary. Well, likewise with Gazayev, both men came in at the 105 kilos without any starvation or sweating. Vyzisko of the USA weighed in the day before nearly 8 kilos heavy, had to lose a huge amount of weight to make it into the contest. These two now are underway. Gazayev gets a rep. The Hungarian looking really solid with 2. No, does not hold it, Gazayev on the left, the Ukrainian with the glasses on. Gets that one, that's a good one. That's 2 for the Ukrainian as Biro battles on here. Up goes another. Now Gazayev burnt out, he's not going for his left arm either. He's obviously not trained it or feels uncomfortable with it. Well, when you think the open weight category guys weighing 150, 60, even 200 kilos are lifting around about 95 or 100 kilo dumbbells now in competition, this 85 kilo is a massive ask. Biro hits 5, Gazayev 2. So the little Hungarian, former weightlifter, a bit of a success there. So 5 reps to beat. Hodjikov of Ukraine against this man, Zaminskas. Here's Hodjikov, the fresh-faced 18-year-old. Will he have the gym power? Goodness me, he's got the explosive power. That was magnificent. The former wrestler, the Lithuanian, is struggling here just to balance. Clouts him in the back of the head. Hodjikov looking really solid. Still 0 reps for Zamanskas. Up goes another. 5 reps to beat. That's what Vikor did. It's indeed what Biro did as well. And by my count, he's done his 5. Now, I believe it's 6. Up he goes again, a bit of a wobble in his legs. And he's got the lead. Well done, 18 years old. Hodjikov absolutely exhausted. Brilliant result in front of a home crowd. Taking the lead now. 2 very good pressers. Marcin Sawicki of Poland and this man, Sean DeMarinis. Exceptionally powerful shoulders, DeMarinis. Sawicki, an athlete who found it quite easy to make the weights. DeMarinis, another athlete who was over 110 kilos when he arrived in Ukraine, had to really sweat off the extra bulk. All of it water, and no doubt, probably in the last 24 hours since weigh-in, has bulked right up again. Sawicki made the first one look easy, and a second. That's phenomenal. DeMarinis, though, has 2 reps. Knocks out another one, but Sawicki's just ahead here and looking more comfortable. Demarinas up to the shoulders again. Demarinas on the left, Sedvisky of Poland on the right. Oh, big wobble on. Demarinas gets his fourth. Well, Sedvisky, by my count, has done a sixth. This is all unofficial until the referees have agreed it. You heard the referee saying it fell away. He did not give Demarinas that fifth rep. Sedvisky has done yet another rep. Demarinas 4 reps. Sedvisky did 8 reps in the end. Magnificent. So we only have one pair to go. It's Alex Kravchenkov of Ukraine against this man, the blonde giant from Oxford, Ben Kelsey, who's an athlete you could see really go into the open category, blow up in weight, and do very well, perhaps even go on to world's strongest man one day. Kravchenkov looking very snappy here. Getting urged back by the referee. Kelsey muscles up another one. Looks a little uncomfortable in the lockout. Kravchenkov, brilliant again. Kelsey gets it, it's a good lift. Kravchenkov's just that rep ahead at the moment. No good for Kelsey. You must do it with just one hand from the shoulders. You're not allowed that second hand. No, Kelsey won't get given that rep. I think he's burnt out. 5 reps for Kelsey. Kravchenkov, 5 reps as well. So, a draw between these two men, and Sedvisky's 8 reps will take the win. There's confirmation, the poll. Overall 13 points. And Hodjakov with his 6 reps on 12 points. Kravchenkov, Kelsey, Biro, and Vikor all equal in third on 9.5. Welcome back to Vyshgorod, just north of Kiev. Next up, it's the Conan's Wheel, 400 kilograms in this under 105 kilo Strongman World Championships. It has to be carried for as many revolutions as possible. No time limit in this. First man out, Freifeld of Finland, 25 meters. Zamanskas, 60 meters. Variko of Estonia, 47. Johnny Vyzisko getting the local crowd behind him. Ukrainian roots, Vyzisko, a Ukrainian name. Actually speaks Ukrainian reasonably well. Up and underway, and you can see how much strain there is on the arms. Leaning back just a little bit, pulling it into the stomach. It's hard to breathe when it's this heavy. It's a little bit wobbly, this piece of kit as well. Well, Vyzisko is one of the taller men, and he's only just getting ground clearance, and it swings around. Oh, it goes down at 40.85. And I'm afraid that puts him into third position behind Variku. Valery Gazayev from Ukraine. Gazayev sits in 10th overall at the moment. Leading after 2 events, it's Marcin Sedvisky, the Pole. Kelsey of UK is in second, and Kravchenkov of Ukraine in third. It's all pretty tight at the top in terms of points. Those men all coming out later on. Gazayev charging away here. Not a tall man at all. Around about 1.75 meters, 1.72 meters actually to be exact. Goes down at 44.10. He's ahead of Vyzisko of the USA, just. Sean DeMarinis. I'd expect something good out of him. Tough guy. He's just got to watch the wobble. This piece of kit, if you pick it up too violently, then that platform there that's carrying this heavy, heavy tire and a ton of weight will start swinging around, and as soon as it clips the ground, you're in big trouble. It's gone past 1 revolution, and 1 revolution equals 50 meters, 50.05 for De Marinis. Good effort. Into second place behind Mistrz of Lithuania. Vitor Vaikor, the reigning world champion, needs to really pull out something here. He's sitting down in 7th place on 12.5 points. That is 11.5 points behind the leader. Only the top 8 go through to the final 2 events. So right now he's on the cusp of things. He could do with a good event here, and this is looking really good. It's very athletic. Past the revolution. Goes down 40.76, and 25 meters rather is each revolution, and he goes down with well, that's around about 1.5, just over. Now Alex Krivchenkov no doubt will have trained on this piece of equipment leading into this. He's steady away, easy acceleration. That's very sensible considering that this kit swings around so much. He comes round past revolution, still looking pretty comfortable here. Actually picking up pace. Krivchenkov, 3rd in the world last year. They're screaming to the crowd who urge him on. Past 2 revolutions. He's ahead of De Marinis' 50. Goes down at 61.61. He had the mark of Mistrz of Lithuania, 60.30, and he went for it and beat it. This will be interesting. Ben Kelsey now knows what he needs. He loves this event, Kelsey. Very strong arms, a little bit wobbly in the start here. Doing the pickup right at the edge of that pole. Trying to get the best leverage on this piece of kit as possible. Well, he's managed to keep a pretty steady pace at the moment. Coming round towards that 2nd revolution, which would take him past De Marinis. Now he's zoning in on Krivchenkov, 61.61. Getting very close indeed. He's past the 60-meter mark and goes down, 61.14. Kelsey goes in to 2nd place with that. Mikhailo Hodjikov of Ukraine. In your own time, pick up and go, he gets told by the referee. The 18-year-old, time for a smile to the cameras. He's the penultimate man to go in this. We still have Marcin Sedvisky, who won the previous event, the dumbbell, who gets the honor of going last. So this looks like he's struggling to breathe a little bit as he comes round past revolution 1. Head goes back. He's in pain here, and down he goes. 2 revolutions, 50.52. Good effort from Hodjikov. Marcin Sedvisky is indeed from Poland and is leading this contest. 24 points ahead of Ben Kelsey's 22.5, Krivchenkov's 21.5. Right now, the way things stand, Kelsey has the lead. Krivchenkov in 2nd, both men just over 61 meters. Almost being moved by the machine himself there, wobbling backwards and forwards. Soldiering on though, Sedvisky. This is really good. Past that 2nd revolution mark. He's over 50. Coming towards the 60-meter mark. He's past that. He's gone into the lead. He doesn't need to do any more. And it reminds me of Pudzianowski, who would win these kind of events with ease and stick his tongue out, smiling to the crowd. 71 meters, 88 by nearly 10 meters, about over 10 meters. He beats Kelsey Krivchenkov down to third. Ziminskas, fourth position. Down the bottom there, sadly, Ollie Erdmann, just 3 meters. Overall, then, the standings, the Poles in the lead by a comfortable margin ahead of Kelsey. Krivchenkov is second, equal with the UK man, and Hodjikov of Ukraine down in fourth. Well, that's it for this show. Next time, we'll come back with 3 more events. Till then, bye-bye. Welcome back to Vyshgorod in Ukraine. This is the under 105 kilograms strongman World Championships. We've had 3 events so far. 13 athletes have 3 more events to come, though after event 4, we will have a cut. Just the top 8 go forward here in Ukraine. Well, these are the men taking part. Sean DeMarinis of the USA, California's strongest man. Johnny Wyzisko from New Jersey, USA's number 3. Marston said Visky, who leads after the first 3 events, the pole. Alexander Krivchenkov, who is in third position, or sorry, second equal position after 3 events. Ziminskas, the former wrestler from Lithuania, sits down in 6th. Vaikor, the world's champion last year, is right down the order in 7th. Ben Kelsey of UK is in second equal with Krivchenkov. Hodjikov Mikhailo is only 18 years old and amazingly sits in 4th position. Now, this is what happened in the previous 3 events. We had dumbbell, Conan's wheel, and the super yoke. And as Marston said, Visky of Poland, who is comfortably 4.5 points ahead of the UK's Ben Kelsey, the fireman from Oxford, who sits equal with Alex Krivchenkov of Ukraine. Horrible event next is the sledge pull, 500 kilograms to be pulled 15 meters. Well, some of the athletes tested this before the event. They said it's impossible. Well, we're about to see Ollie Erdmann of Germany gives it a yank at the start. It moves a bit. Not a lot, though. Just shifts away. You see that red mark where it started? That was equal with the start line. The German champion in his retirement contest. He just can't get a grip, he's saying. The rope a little bit spongy, perhaps. This is a part of the Giants Live series, though in collaboration with Strongman Champions League, the first ever event they've done together. And it's brought together all of the top strongmen under 105 kilos from around the world. The events have been made particularly difficult, and this one maybe a little too hard. Goodness me, Erdmann struggling here. He's got 60 seconds, and time's up. 0.14 of a meter, goodness me. Barely moved at all.
It did move. Okay, guys, I'll say
Toby Freifeld up against Laszlo Biro in this next pair.
ready, whistle, then you pull hard.
The Hungarian, there he is, just 19 years old. The Finn on the other side with the beard. In his first World Championships as well. Neither men particularly tall and rangy that you'd expect to be a good arm-over-arm athlete, but to be honest, that doesn't count here because this isn't about keeping the momentum going. It's about actually getting over the initial inertia. It's so heavy. You can see on the far side there, the Finns moved at a fraction. Biro, maybe just a hair or two. Well, you assume that this is going to be doable. The UFSA Federation, the Ukrainian Federation, tested these events with some of their athletes, and they said it was possible. I'm afraid for Feifeld, though, it's a big 0. Didn't get it moving at all. Biro moves it just 6 centimeters. Now, Vikor, last year's world champion at under 105 kilos, on the right. And Vyzisko of New Jersey on the left. Vyzisko often competes in the open category. He can weigh as much as 117, 118 kilos. Has really had to rip down for this contest. Good stuff so far from Vidar Vikor. He's getting this moving. Another good pull. This is possible, though I doubt the full 15 meters. It's moving again. Vyzisko has barely budged his. Well, you wouldn't normally think a couple of meters was going to be a winning distance in the arm over arm, but today it just might be. If indeed it is even a couple of meters that the Norwegian has done here. He stands up exhausted. Brutal on the grip. Vyzisko wrapping the rope around his arms, desperately trying to get some kind of grip here. 0.21 of a meter. Goodness. Vikor, 1.61 meters. He's pleased with that. Alan Variku of Estonia against Valery Gasayev from Ukraine. Take the strain and underway, and it's on the far side. Variku who moves it first. Grip here so important, but leg power too. Grip's definitely the weak link, but early on here, these guys struggling to budget at all. Variku. No, it's not moving anymore, it's stopped. He's not going to trouble Vikor, who leads this with 1.61 meters, giving it everything, Gasayev. 0.23 for Variku of Estonia. Gasayev comes back for another pull. The Ukrainian desperate to impress in his first World Championships in front of a home crowd, not giving up. Wow. Budged an inch or two, 4 centimeters to be exact. As for the distance from Variku, 0.23. Now, Sean de Marinis up against Mikhailo Hodjikov, the young 18-year-old in the black t-shirt. De Marinis in the white t-shirt, the American. Ooh, suffering a bit of cramp, I think, there. De Marinis looking really unhappy with this. I think it's maybe a little cramp in his lats. The 18-year-old making a bit of headway, though, to be honest, not much since that first pull. Well, I'd like to see how the over 105 kilo men would get on with this. This is a brutal task. The surface so sticky, it's rubber mats, metal. It's not like it's metal on concrete, which would pull much, much easier. 7 centimeters for De Marinis. As for Hodjikov, wow, he gives up in the end, 0.19 of a meter. Starting to look like the impossible task, this. Alexander Krivchenkov, now we're really moving into the men high up in the order here. He's up against Dalius Zeminskis of Lithuania, who has some frightening forearms, the former wrestler. Look at this, no problem with the grip, but the legs aren't powerful enough. Krivchenkov gets it going, yes. Again, another good pull. 15 meters is a tall order. I think if the finish line was at 5 meters, he might get there. So Mistrz, 0.31 is all he gets. Gives up. Oleksiy Krivchenkov of Ukraine. Well, he's probably in the lead. Vikor's 1.61 was to beat. That looks more like 2.5 meters, maybe. 2.12. Krivchenkov goes into first place at the moment. One pair to go. Krivchenkov equal with Kelsey in the overall scores. Sedvisky is the out-and-out leader right now. And it's Kelsey who gets it moving. Great pull there. The Oxfordshire fireman. He's won British and UK titles. He's thinking about going up to heavyweight competitions now. I think this may well be his last 105 kilo contest, and he's, oh, look at that, he's pulling easily now. He's pulling it with a smile on his face. Sedvisky struggling. Again, it pulls forward. I think he could do 15 meters. He doesn't need to, though. Again, he's got at least 4 meters there, I guess. And that's enough to win it. Kelsey gives up. He doesn't need to do any more. He's in the last pair. He knows he's done enough to take the win. One last pull for Sedvisky, who, sadly, just 9 centimeters. That will cut into his score heavily. So, the scores then, Sledge pull, 3.69. It's all Kelsey had to do to take the 13 points and the win. Krivchenkov, he was equal with in the overall standings, takes second. Vikor of Norway having a good event, comes in third. Overall then, Kelsey of the UK now in the lead after Sedvisky's very weak event there. Krivchenkov in second. So, the Englishman in the lead, 2 events to go. Welcome back to the under 105 kilograms strongman world championships. So we are near Kiev in Ukraine, just 2 events to go. And we've had a cut down to the final 8 athletes. This next event, the squat, 330 kilos for repetitions, 60 seconds. Sondi Marinas, big squatter, former powerlifter. On the right-hand side in the black, up against Mistrz, the former wrestler who I think will struggle with this heavily. Very tall man, not really built for squatting. Mistrz just gets it up. But those racks at the side pulled out. Now they have to go down deep. Marinas finding it pretty easy, and Mistrz has given up already. One-way ticket for the Lithuanian. Marinas powering out the repetitions here on the other side. Well, the athletes are describing this more like a leg press from the warm-up they had on it, rather than a squat. It's a strange piece of apparatus. Oh, he's turning purple here and goes down with 13 reps. Absolutely exhausted. Helpers rushing in there just to get that belt off and get him some air. Now, Vyzisko from New Jersey takes on the Norwegian, who from the looks of things has come out without a power suit. That's a brave move in the squat. Tony Vyzisko in the orange powerlifting suit, made of a very thick, hard substance, and it just helps stabilize you, fires you out of the bottom, definitely gives you 20, 30, maybe 50 kilos if it's a really good squat suit. And the American gets underway here with a couple of good reps. Look how far forward the Norwegian's feet are. And it's made his movement very short, just 3 reps for Vyzisko. Freifeld runs on to help get the wraps off. He's obviously stuck them on very tight. Oh, and the Norwegian goes down. That's 5 reps for him. 13, still the best from Marinas. And I'm looking forward to seeing one of the Ukrainian men take this on. And here we have Oleksiy Krivchenkov. In fact, we've got 2 Ukrainians. He's in the black. Hodjikov, the young 18-year-old, in the white. Again, both men very far forward with their feet. Hodjikov slips out from underneath it. And in doing so, the man who sits in fourth has pretty much ruined his chances of winning this competition. He'll be lucky to get on the podium now. That's a disaster for him. Krivchenkov grinding out the reps. Well, he's gone past Vikor's 5 reps. Marinas' 13 is what he wants. 7 it is, though. He asked for the racks to go back in. He's had enough. Does not want to get mouse-trapped under there. Now, this will be an interesting test for Ben Kelsey against Marcin Sedviski. This is the kind of event that you really want to win if you're going to be the world champion in strongman. You want to show off your powerlifting ability, squat or deadlift, whichever it may be. Oh, Kelsey looking like he's going a lot deeper than the others there. His feet a bit narrower. Smiles in the first one. Looks very comfortable. Sedviski looking like he's doing a pretty shallow squat there, getting his feet forward, making things easy for himself, working the apparatus up and down. Goodness me. Kelsey looks like he could go all day here. So could Sedviski. Well, right now it's Kelsey who leads overall, Sedviski in third. Kelsey, he's turning to the other athletes saying, this is easy. Well, I heard he'd done some colossal reps in training. Sedviski matches him on 16, though. And the two of them running out of time in a squat event. You do not see that very often. And that has kept Sedviski's chances of winning this alive. So, let's have a look at the results so far and get some confirmation on the squat. Kelsey, Sedviski, both 16 reps. Just 8 men took part in this final or penultimate event. Marinas in third on 13. So overall then, Kelsey, a 5.5 point lead ahead of Krivchenkov, who is equal with Sedviski in second. Hodgikov down in fourth. All comes down to one event. Right now, Kelsey of the UK has a pretty comfortable lead. He would have to come last or second last in the final event to lose it. Welcome back to Vizhgorod, where we have the final event to decide this under 105 kilogram strongman world championships. Final event is the medley, timber carry and duck walk, followed by a tire flip. So, Tony Vazisko coming up first here in a head-to-head against Vikor of Norway, the returning champion from last year, world champion, well, not anymore. Vikor sits down in 7th, Vazisko down in 8th. They get underway with this first section. We're going in reverse order of their overall placings at the moment. He weighs an enormous 300+ kilograms, this big chunk of timber. It's quite wide handles as well. And look, Vazisko comes up with a unique way. You've got to get it to that second red line. The referee steps in, tells him he's got the wrong line. That's for the duck walk, and Vazisko gets it over the finish there. He jogs back looking exhausted. That's cost him some time. Vikor of Norway, 9 meters. He's given up. The grip's gone. And I think his heart's gone too. Now this, weighing 200 kilograms. Normally would be quite an easy event, I imagine, for the American. 90 seconds, a minute and a half of torture. You can see they're rolling the tires into place at the back. 3 flips if he can finish off this duck walk. But I think it will finish him off. So he finished the first section, plus 9.13 meters for the duck walk. Vazisko beating the Norwegian. Sean Marinas in the black. Not particularly happy with his performance in the arm over arm earlier. Got over that with a good squat. Krivchenkov of Ukraine, 3rd last year in the World Championships. Right now sits in second equal with Sedvisky. So they're underway here. Krivchenkov looks really solid, moving very fast with this. Remember, it's that second red line he's going for. De Marinis' grip gives up. 6.42 meters. De Marinis, the American, California's strongest man, is out as the Ukrainian gets over that finish line for section 1 of 3. Here comes the duck walk. 200 kilos, 440 pounds. Looks much better than Vyzisko did. He's going to finish this section, surely. Crowd egging him on here. He's just running out of steam. Looks absolutely dead on his feet. Can he get it over? Yes, he does. Now, back to the tire. This weighs 360 kilos in what is one of the most brutal medleys I've ever seen. See Ben Kelsey in the white t-shirt looming behind, waiting for his turn. Well, that's it. 2 implements done in 61.15 seconds. That's not considered a flip, just pushing it over like that. He still had 3 flips to go. So, the leader is Krivchenkov in this medley event. Now comes Ben Kelsey against Marcin Sedvisky. Sedvisky, second equal overall with Krivchenkov. Kelsey, remember, that 5.5-point lead overall. The man in the white on the right-hand side, Kelsey, on the cusp of winning his first world title, goes down early, but so too does Sedvisky. Now remember, Kelsey has that 5.5-point lead, 8 athletes. Really, he's just got to get up into the top 5 here. This is not quite going the way I thought it would for Kelsey, who's looked really comfortable in a lot of events, destroyed the squat, made it look easy, and in the arm over arm was a cut above the rest. Well, Sedvisky needs to beat Kelsey by 5 places to take the title. He's behind at the moment. That's the good news for Kelsey. But Krivchenkov is also 5.5 points behind Kelsey, and he is the leader at the moment in this medley. So right now, you cannot say Kelsey is the champion. We've seen Vyzisko get onto the duck walk. Krivchenkov finishing the duck walk. Vikor did 9 meters with the timber. Well, Sedvisky 14.31 and carves up his hand as well. That's a tough way to finish. Will it be enough to get him on the podium? He's not going to beat Kelsey. The big question is Krivchenkov's time on that duck walk enough to take the 5.5 points and eclipse Kelsey? 18.62 meters. We still have Zeminskis and Hodjikov to come. Well, I'm doing some maths here, and well, these final 2, Zeminskis and Hodjikov. Hodjikov on the far side, the 18-year-old Ukrainian. Zeminskis on the right with that great grip. The former wrestler from Lithuania charges away here. This looks like the kind of event for him. Hodjikov struggling, and I'm doing the maths as quickly as I can in my head. And, well, if Hodjikov does as badly as he's doing here, then Kelsey's guaranteed the title. But it looks like Zeminskis is going to go well ahead of the time here of Krivchenkov. Charges back for the tire flip. Will he be the first man, the only man to flip the tire? This is the final pair. What a way to finish. Gaining back a lot of pride here, Zeminskis. He sits 6th overall, 5 points behind De Marinis in 5th position. And this will get him a lot of points back on De Marinis. It might just see him go ahead. And with those flips, he's done enough to take the victory in the final event. So, how do the scores finish us off then? Mistrz takes the maximum 8. Kelsey, 4th. Krivchenkov, 2nd. It's not enough. Ben Kelsey of the UK, the Oxford fireman, is the world champion under 105 kilograms by some 3.5 points. Krivchenkov takes the silver, and down in 3rd position, Marcin Sedwiski of Poland takes the bronze medal. In the end, it's Mikhailo Hodjikov of Ukraine in 4th, Mistrz in 5th for Lithuania. Well, a very proud bronze medalist, Sedwiski, came here with an open attitude. I don't think he expected to get on the podium. Great performer, and he's certainly done Poland proud. Well, Krivchenkov, 3rd last year, 2nd this year. Who knows next year? Maybe one higher, especially with Kelsey making this his retirement competition from the 105 kilogram class. Kelsey receives his medal, his trophy. He is the champion. He is the strongest man in the world under 105 kilograms. A great day, and it adds to his many list of titles. British, UK, English champion. He's done them all. And now, I believe he's going to go on to the open category and try to become the world's strongest man one day. Well, he is certainly at the under 105 kilo class already. Well done to UFSA, the Ukrainian Federation, Vlad and Alina Kiva for putting this on. That is it from me, Colin Bryce. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.